Hello everyone, and welcome to my new Let's Play of Max Payne 1, one of my all-time favourite third-person shooters. I first played the demo of it from a demo CD which came with the November 2001 edition of the PC Gamer magazine. It had many other demos games of Project Eden, Zax the Alien Hunter, Mech Commander 2, Conquest Frontier Wars to name a few. Most of those I've enjoyed and eventually played the full versions of. My brother actually got the full version of Max Payne 2 before me, which was the PS2 version. However, I recall he complained to my mother about me recommending this game because the traumatizing maze scene, which I didn't know about since I only played the demo. However, I didn't get the game until late 2006, so it's been almost 15 years since I first played through this game fully. But anyway, let's get started. So, from what I remember, Fugitive, the difficulty adjusts to how well you're playing. However, it can actually make the game much harder than even the higher difficulties. So I'm going to go with the medium hard-boiled difficulty.
Standby 1010, investigated reported disturbance at Acer Plaza.
10-4 dispatcher, verify address.
That's Acer Plaza, repeat, Acer Plaza.
Shots fired on the rooftop. An assault in progress at Acer Plaza. Repeat, an assault in progress. It's a war zone down here. 1085 dispatcher, need additional units. Additional units now. Officer in danger. Officer in danger.
10-5, please repeat, 10-5, all units, emergency. Officer in danger, Acer Plaza, repeat, Acer Plaza, all units.
They were all dead. The final gunshot was an exclamation mark to everything that had led to this point. I released my finger from the trigger, and then it was over. To make any kind of sense of it, I need to go back 3 years. Back to the night the Payne started. I was still on the force back then. NYPD, Manhattan, Midtown North Precinct, Hell's Kitchen.
So when are you coming to work for me, Detective Payne?
You'd make me work undercover in some hellhole. Sorry, Alex. Michelle and the baby come first. See? My last smoke. It's bad for the baby.
That's you, Max. A regular Boy Scout.
See, Alex.
Still on for poker Thursday night, right?
Like taking candy from a baby. Life was good. Sun setting on a sweet summer's day. The smell of freshly mowed lawns. The sounds of children playing. A house across the river on the Jersey side. Beautiful wife and a baby girl. The American dream come true. Honey, I'm home. But dreams have a nasty habit of going bad when you're not looking. The sun went down with practiced bravado. Twilight crawled across the sky, laden with foreboding. Michelle, honey, anybody home? I didn't like the way the show started. They'd give me the best seat in the house, front row center.
Okay, now we're finally in the game. Now, I had to use a sound patch to fix the sounds that weren't working, but I also had to use a widescreen patch, which prevents it from looking stretched out. It also has a few bugs, as you can see with the exclamation mark at the start. But it's only really this level I think that happens at. Also, I had to use a no CD crack since I'm using the disc version.
What the hell?
Alright, we have interactable objects, which shows cutscenes, so this is the first one.
Something ugly had been tattooed on the wall. A map of things to come. It was a poison syringe, a magic tag full of diabolical meanings.
Now, since third-person games usually exaggerate room sizes just to accommodate for the camera, so the houses and buildings are going to look a little oversized. Now let's answer the phone.
Listen, someone's broken into my house. Call 911.
Is this the Payne residence?
Yes, someone's broken into my house. They're still here. You have to...
Good. I'm afraid I cannot help you.
Who is this? Hello?
Now we have a shotgun here. If I remember correctly, the demo version actually had a baseball bat somewhere in the first level.
Michelle! Michelle!
It's coming.
Freeze! NYPD, drop it!
Coming!
I'm gonna hurt you.
No, please God, no.
The flesh of fallen angels!
No, God, no, please, Michelle. Oh, baby.
That was 3 years ago. Everything ripped apart in a New York minute. The killer junkies had been high on a previously unknown designer drug, Valkyr, V. After the funeral, I told Alex I'd be transferring to the DEA. It took us 3 long years to get a break in the Valkyr case. Then, finally, 2 months ago, a dime dropper tipped us off that Jack Lupino, a mob boss in the Punchinello crime family, was trafficking. I went undercover, infiltrated the worst mafia family in New York. I came in from the cold and the dark. Outside, the city was a cruel monster. I've been slowly working my way from the small time to the big fish, trying to get to the source of the drug. Alex and BB were my only contacts in the DEA, the only ones in this decrepit city who knew I was down here.
BB here. Something urgent has come up with Jack Lupino. You need to meet with Alex immediately at the Roscoe Street station.
I hadn't had a face-to-face with Alex since I'd gone undercover. Outside, the mercury was falling fast. It was colder than the devil's heart, raining ice pitchforks as if the heavens were ready to fall. Everyone was running for shelter like there was no tomorrow. It didn't get any better when I got to the subway. The feeling hit me like a point-blank shot straight in the face. Something was not right about this. My Beretta stirred nervously under my coat, but the train doors had already shut behind me, and I was in for the ride. Next stop, Roscoe Street Station, and Alex. The station was drenched in gloom. Alex was a ghost, nowhere to be seen. I'd have to look for him.
I must say, the graphics have aged pretty well from a game from the early 2000s. But they did use photorealistic textures. Well, basically they took photos of locations and places and things and edited the textures to put them into the game.
Death was in the air at Roscoe Street. I'd have to find Alex fast.
Okay, so some of the lockers and closets have items and ammo.
The pills would hold the pain back for a while.
Despite what he says, the pills do heal your health permanently until you get hurt again, obviously.
Sweet. Didn't the train go already?
No idea. Let's just wait and see. What the? Yeah. What the?
I'm probably a bit rusty right now.
Hey, we're getting around. Yo! Hold it!
The security panel let out a mocking cackle. I'd need the right code.
Right.
So this is something I discovered recently.
While looking for Alex, I had ended up in the middle of a big-time crime operation.
Well, not exactly recently, but a few years ago. See this door here? Well, you shoot one of these, and it blows it open. Now, I remember finding the door open, but I never knew why. I always assumed it was a randomized thing, but apparently it's only because you shoot one of those explosives.
Hitting Roscoe Bank, ain't he? What the hell?
He took a big hit to my health.
Kiss it goodbye. No. Hey, who the hell? Oh! You saved me, man.
What's going on here?
A massacre. These armed thugs just appeared from nowhere. We need to get help. I can make the call from the control room 1 floor up. Can you take me there?
Sure, sounds good. Follow me.
Okay, so let's get this man to open the door for us.
Home free. This way. Hey, yeah!
Oh, dear God, he actually got me. Alright. Okay, so I may have to pause and reload every time I die if I forget to save, so it'll save me time. Okay, so let's try this again.
Whack the sucker!
Alright, we took them out. I also have to remember to use bullet time a bit more often. While it is possible to go through the game without bullet time and make it challenging, you're still more likely to die a lot. So we'll just press this button.
The train lit up like a Christmas tree. The power was back on.
And now we can take the train.
So much for being subtle.
Now, as you can see, we can use dual Berettas now. It's the only weapon you can actually use dual versions of.